Some people walk through life as if everything is normal. You don't. Your eyes calculate, your body tightens, your mind prepares for an impact that never comes. You aren't paranoid. You were simply rewired for one thing: survival. This survival mode doesn't shout. It whispers beneath your calm face and steady control. Your nervous system became a weapon, sharpened by fear, trained by moments you never talk about. Let's uncover the 7 traits that expose a mind still trapped in that fight. It's the constant scanning of a room, the hypervigilance, the emotional numbness that feels safer than feeling anything at all, the unexplained exhaustion, the brain fog, the physical tension your body won't release. It's reacting to minor stress as if it's a life or death threat, because for a long time, maybe it was. These are not your flaws. They are the echoes of a battle you already won. And recognizing them is the first step to finally telling your body, the war is over.
Most people enter a room. You enter a perimeter. It's a story your eyes tell, but your mouth never speaks. Before you've consciously registered the color of the walls, your mind has already mapped every exit. It detects the slightest movement in your periphery, catalogs every person. The cadence of voices across the space isn't just background noise, it's data. You're analyzing tone, judging intentions, all in the time it takes to blink. Don't ever mistake this for a simple habit. This is conditioning. A switch flipped years ago that refuses to turn off. Your mind was taught a hard, unforgettable lesson. The world is not guaranteed to be safe. And if you fail to assess the danger around you, you become its inevitable target. So the scan continues. A constant silent sweep for a threat that always feels imminent. You are the lone guard. On a perimeter, only you can see.
There's a certain safety in loneliness. It's predictable. Connection, though. Connection terrifies you more. It's why you don't just meet people. You read them like case files. Every conversation is an interrogation. You analyze their tone for tremors of deceit, their posture for the weight of unspoken truths, the hairline cracks in their story that show you what's really underneath. You don't assume trust, you hunt for it, piecing it together like a forensic puzzle. This isn't a choice, it's a reflex, a survival mechanism etched into you because someone, somewhere in your past, proved that trust can be the most lethal vulnerability a person can have. A weapon they handed you, just to turn it against you. So now you watch. You wait. You verify. And even when emotion feels like a key turning, a door opening, survival taught you to keep your hand on the lock.
When the world breaks, you become a machine. There's no scream, no panic, just a sudden, sharp clarity. Your body goes cold, your mind goes silent. It's a primal survival switch. Your brain floods with cortisol and adrenaline, shutting down non-essential functions, including complex emotional processing. You are pure focus, a blade honed for the crisis at hand. People see this and call you strong, unshakable. They don't see the truth. Those emotions didn't vanish, they were just postponed. They hang in the air, waiting. And once the danger passes, once you're safe, they crash down. That delayed meltdown, the shaking, the tears, it's not a moment of weakness, it's the bill. The bill your nervous system finally comes to collect after it has finished saving your life.
Most people walk into an argument like it's a contest, a game to be won. But you see the trap door on the stage. You know the fight isn't about winning, it's about surviving. It's not fear that holds your tongue, it's memory. You've stood in the wreckage of a conversation before. You've seen how quickly a simple word thrown without thought can shatter something precious. You watched the escalation, and you never forgot the cost. The way words can bleed into actions, and actions can leave permanent scars. So you don't throw words like weapons. You don't provoke. People might call it avoidance. They might even call it weakness, but you know what it is. It isn't surrender. It's restraint. A heavy, hard-won discipline carved into you by the ghost of a fire you refuse to start again.
You became the adult before you ever felt like a child. That's why you can walk into a room and instantly sense what's wrong. Why you fix problems before anyone else sees them coming. Protecting people who don't even realize they're in danger. Responsibility isn't just something you do. It clings to you like a second skin. Because once, there was a weight that had to be carried, and you were the only one strong enough to lift it. It has a name: parentification. When a child has to step into adult shoes, managing a household or managing a parent's emotions. The problem is, your mind never put that weight down. It's why you feel responsible for everyone's happiness today, why saying no feels like a betrayal. You're exhausted from carrying things that were never meant for you. But that weight you picked up, it wasn't a life sentence. It was a survival tool for a time that is now over. You can set it down. Your shift has ended.
Your body behaves like danger is a ghost that never left. It's why quiet moments feel suspicious, why calm feels so temporary, why any real happiness feels breakable. Your nervous system is always on watch. It just waits for the sound, the subtle shift in the air, the inevitable impact. Because your body is convinced, deep in its wiring, that if you relax for even 1 second, something catastrophic will happen while you're unguarded. Your mind might know the war is over, but your body is still on the battlefield. You don't live in danger anymore, but the danger still lives in you.
They say loneliness hurts, but that's not quite right. People do. Every interaction can feel like walking through a minefield. You're constantly on guard, scanning for hidden agendas, bracing for emotional traps you never see coming. It's not a preference, this quiet, this solitude. It's a refuge, the only place you aren't performing, predicting, protecting. The only place the armor comes off. And in that silence, you can physically feel the shift. The frantic rhythm in your chest finally slows to a steady beat. Your shoulders, which have been tense for hours, finally drop. The constant state of survival loosens its grip, just enough for you to take the first real deep breath you've had all day.
You survived. You walked through fire, through moments that should have shattered you into 1,000 pieces, but they didn't. You're still here, and every breath you take is a testament to that strength. But there's a secret you carry, isn't there? A truth you feel deep in your bones, that surviving isn't the same as living. Living is supposed to be quiet sometimes. Yours is loud. It's the constant hum of the machine that kept you alive. The scars are still there, not just the ones you can see. It's the way you hold your breath when a door opens too quickly. The vigilance, that part of your brain that never sleeps, always scanning the horizon for a threat that has long since passed. It's the tension in your jaw, your shoulders, a body perpetually braced for impact. It's the control you fight for, arranging your world just so, because you remember, with terrifying clarity, what it felt like to have no control at all. It would be easy to believe these are the signs of a damaged person, that something inside of you is broken, but that isn't the truth. These aren't flaws. They are skills. These aren't signs of damage. They are the signs of a trained one. Your nervous system is a brilliant student. It learned its lessons in a war zone, and it learned them perfectly. It was trained for combat.
But it may be time for a new kind of training. It might be time to teach that perfect soldier a new world. To retrain your nervous system, not for war, but for safety. For the quiet, unconditional exhale of true safety. You earned that much. If you want to understand the hidden mechanics of human behavior, the shadows of the mind, and the instincts that awaken in danger, subscribe to Mind Under Threat, because the mind reveals everything once you know where to look.